and not torn apart. The other reason that you want to do the Ziploc bag with the air pulled tight and it's shut is I'll look at my host and I'll look at Patty and I'll say, you know, when I'm pounding this, you know, although I love you, Patty host, I would have chicken splatters all over your lovely ceiling. And although I do love you dearly, I do not want to clean chicken splatters on your ceiling tonight. And so this will eliminate all of that mess in your kitchen. So at this point, I've pounded and I've talked about the benefits of the meat tenderizer. Okay? And I'll flip it over and I talk about it being a two-sided tool, tools in one, so you get double for your money. Open the Ziploc bag, I pull out the chicken with the chef's tongs, and at this point I have a flexible cutting mat sitting in front of me. And I lay the chicken pieces out, and I try to lay them like 2, 2, and 2, as best I can, so they're kind of lined up, so 2, 2, and 2. And yes, those 6 chicken breasts pounded will fit beautifully in the grill pan. All right, I actually did 7 at a show. So then I have my spice turnabout, and we talk about the rubs. And one of the things that I like to talk about in my show is the ability to teach people how to mix rubs. So I'll have the spinning, and I'll explain, you know, with our spices and with our rubs and our seasonings, you can use one flavor, or you can take the different flavor components and mix them and make your own flavor seasonings. For example, the chipotle is one of my favorites for its versatility. It's a blend of smoked paprika and smoked chipotle peppers. So if you blend the smoked paprika and smoked chipotle peppers, say with Bell Southwestern, you've got a nice Tex-Mex flavor going on over here. But if you take that same smoked flavor and you blend it with our sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, then you've got a really great smoky barbecue flavor. So that one rub can take you in 2 different flavors. So once you start experimenting with all of your rubs from your spice turnabout, then you're going to come up with really great flavor options. But for tonight, I want to do 3 specific flavors, and I want you guys to decide, because when you're sitting at home and you're like, I think we'll make barbecue chicken for dinner, and your son's like, Mom, I don't want barbecue, I like Moroccan, and your husband's like, I cannot eat another piece of Moroccan chicken, I want Greek. Now everybody can have chicken your way, and you're making 3 meals at one time. When have you ever made 3 meals at one time before? So then I'll have somebody shout out, you know, Kathy, which spice do you want? I want barbecue. So then I'll take the barbecue rub and I will sit it in front of that line of chicken. And then I'll say, you know, Duska, which flavor do you want? She says, I want chipotle. So I take the chipotle and I put it in that line. You guys with me? And then I just sprinkle, flip with the tongs, sprinkle. While this is happening, at the point that I start pounding the chicken, the grill pan is on the stove. It's turned on to about between a medium to a medium high with the grill pan in it. And the key at this point is the grill pan is empty, it is dry. And I make note of that several times throughout the show so they understand this is a very healthy way of cooking. We do not have to add a bunch of oil and go, you know, unhealthy cooking this way. So it is dry. So remember, it's preheating in the background. So the chicken goes in. Now here's the only trick that you have to remember. You have to remember where the chipotle is in the pan, where the barbecue is in the pan, and where the Greek is in the pan, because when it's done, they look all the same, and there's a reason you want to remember that, and I'll explain that at the end. So at this point, the 3 have gone in. I usually turn it down to about a medium, maybe a notch over medium. The press goes back on it, and I literally walk away from the stove. I make it a point to physically separate myself from the stove. And I'll explain, okay, so we've got our chicken going, but I know that you guys make way more than just chicken. When you are cooking chicken on the grill, you put the chicken on the grill, where does the juice run down? It runs down into the grill, so you get this nice dry method of heat called searing. And what searing does is there's natural sugars in every food. With the high heat process, it causes those sugars to caramelize, creating a beautiful flavor and a beautiful color to your chicken. Well, if you put that same chicken in a skillet and those juices run out, then the chicken starts to just simmer. And simmering, moisture is the enemy to browning. So no matter what you do, you're never going to get the same results. So that's why your 12-inch skillet that you have at home is never going to do the same as a grill pan. So let's talk about how you can take this essential piece and run it morning, noon, and night. For breakfast, you might want to throw in some bacon. And I know you're thinking, I have kids to get school. I have to get ready for work. You put your bacon in, you put the press on, go over here and pack a lunch. Go over here, flip it over, go over here and pack another lunch. So you can multitask and you don't have those little curly ends on the bacon. Ooh. Well, then at lunch, maybe you want to do a grilled cheese sandwich. Maybe you want to do a quick panini. Maybe you want to reheat that leftover slice of pizza, because reheating on the grill pan basically eliminates all the moisture so you don't have that soggy, floppy little pizza slice. Maybe you want to do, a hot dog, because hot dogs on the grill, I'm telling you, are absolutely fabulous. They taste nothing like on the outdoor grill. They taste nothing like boiled on water. They taste nothing like any other way. So put them on that grill pan, flip them a couple times, grill press, flip, grill press, flip. Not a lot of flipping. You don't want to do flipping on the grill press. They come out absolutely perfect, beautiful every single time. And then maybe for dinner, you could do a variety of meats. You could do pork tenderloin. Now that's my mother's favorite. If she was here, she would be doing backflips, because she will tell you that the pork tenderloin is so tender and so juicy and so succulent. It's tender on the inside, beautiful on the outside, and any other way you cook pork, it's always tough. You could do steaks. You could do chicken. You could do hamburgers. You could do fish. You could do scallops. You could do shrimp, and I'm telling you, shrimp is fabulous. Fabulous. You can do vegetables. How about grilled asparagus? How about sauteing some onions and some garlic and bell peppers for maybe your fajitas or for your Salisbury steaks that you've already grilled the first time? Maybe you want to throw in, some potatoes and saute those up. Okay? And one of the things to think about is when you've pulled that chicken off and you've got those little brown bits left in your pan, those brown bits are called fond. F-O-N-D, fond. Well, if you take a little bit of chicken stock, a little bit of broth, or a little bit of water, and just put it in that pan and deglaze the pan, and then just simmer it for a few minutes and pour it over that chicken, you have this really nice sauce. It's beautiful. It's so incredibly simple, using already what you have, the fond and a little bit of broth. Maybe you want to do some breads. You can grill some breads. Take a little bit of French bread, season it with some of our rubs or our dipping sauces, put it on the grill pan, flip it. You've got a beautiful grilled French or Italian bread. Maybe you want to toast your hamburger bread or toast that hot dog bun. But one of my favorites is the pound cake. You've got pound cakes a few days old, and you're like, what am I going to do with this pound cake? It's kind of getting you slice it, you butter it, put it on the grill pan, toast on each side. It is tender on the inside, it is warm, it is sweet, the outside is brown, it's crispy, it's buttery. Your family is going to think that you and Martha and Betty are all in one. Now, I know the other thing that you guys are thinking right now. You're thinking, oh, my husband will kill me if I spend $135 for the grill pan. It's $169. He is going to kill me if I spend $169 on the grill pan. Well, girls, we're to stop right here. Because here's the thing. I call my grill pan, all my cookware really and knives. I call my cookware and knives my power tools. Now, if I was doing a couple shows right now, the men would be like, dude, she said power tools. No, it doesn't have a cord. Power tools meaning it is the powerful tool in your kitchen. Whether you're a horrible cook, you love to cook, or you have to cook because you signed the contract when you became a wife and a mom, the power tool is the tool that's going to make you get dinner to the table. So it's the tool that you're going to use no matter what. Because think about when you go into a kitchen and you scramble eggs, what do you grab? A skillet. When you want to cook some green beans, you grab cookware. When you fry some bacon, you grab cookware. When you want to cut something, you grab a knife. That is your power tool. But for some reason, women are like, oh, I just can't spend much money on that cookware tonight. But here's what will happen. If your husband is anything like mine, he'll go to Lowe's Home Improvement. He will spend $369 on a power tool to fix the back corner cracks of the kitchen. He will put that in the garage, never to be seen or used again. It collects 3 inches of dust, and he has spent $369 and never batted an eyelash. And it sits there for 5 years, and I'm like, really? Seriously? $369? And he says to you, well, honey, I might need to fix something sometimes. So if he says anything to you about $169 for a tool that you're going to use morning, noon, and night, potentially 365 days out of the year, that boils down to pennies a use, you could look at him with straight face and you could say, well, honey, I might need to fix you dinner some night. So quit worrying about the cost of your power tool. It is pennies a use. His is $369 a use. Mine is pennies a use. Okay? When you use your grill pan, don't add liquid to it. Like I said, liquid's the enemy to browning. All right? Now, once our chicken is done, you've got another tool that you've got to use, and that's the digital thermometer. When you take the chicken and you want to check it, most people will tear into it. You can see that it's pink. And if it's pink, it's not done. You put it back on there, but you've already let all the juices to escape, so no matter what, it's probably going to get a little dry. Well, when you take the digital thermometer, it's no fail, because those little thermometers with the little dial thing, I can't read those. But this is no fail. You put it in, 160, done. So let's check it to make sure we're done. Find your thickest chicken. Pop that in. Don't let it go through or touch the grill pan. Done. Turn off the heat. I have my collapsible cooling rack, stackable cooling rack that I'll pop on and say, great for biscuits, great for cookies, but I use it as a trivet. I pop the grill pan there, put the press right on top, and then I take a clean, flexible mat, and put maybe the stainless steel bowl on it, and I'll take the 2 first pieces of chicken. Now remember, you have to remember how this chicken is lined up and which flavor is which. At this point, while I'm talking about it, I've got 3 bamboo bowls sitting here. And I've got the rub behind each bamboo bowl. So I've got the bowl, chipotle, bowl, grate, bowl, whatever. I take the 2 chipotle chickens, I put them in the stainless steel bowl, and guess what we're going to do? Choppy, 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 choppy. And we're selling salad choppers again. Because the minute my deep cover baker went into hibernation, as did the salad choppers. So we're choppy, 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 and I explained to them, I'm not going to choppy, choppy for dinner. I want to give you guys all a sample and a taste, because when we're done, you're going to come up, you're going to taste your chicken, you're going to figure out which flavor you like, you're going to garnish your salad, and we're going to make it all-you-can-eat salad bar, as much as we have here, you see. But at home, here's some of the things you'll do with the salad choppers, and I go into all the reasons of the salad choppers. So then we've got the 3 bowls, choppy, 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 and as I'm chopping, I'm walking around showing them, and they're oohing and eyeing. And then at this point, I'm kind of giving them instructions to kind of wrap up the evening. So when we finish, we've got the 3 bowls of chicken, we've got the 3 bottles of spices in front, we've got the salad over here, and they're coming up doing kind of their own buffet bar. And then I'll say, you know, there's a couple of ways that you can get the things that I talked about tonight. Everything you want goes in the white order form. You just write that up, bring it to me. Don't do any math. It is a math-free night. I'll tally it for you. Make sure that what you think you're ordering is indeed what you're getting. And don't forget, when your order is $60 or more, you're going to get to choose one of these for free. Now, you don't get one of these. These go home with me. Yours goes on your order. So don't be walking out with my spices, okay? That happened before. If you're sitting there going, I want that grill pan so bad I cannot live life another minute. I gotta have choppy, 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 choppy. If you like 63 of everything, which typically happens to 99% of the people, get the things tonight that you can't live without. Get your accessory pieces, for example. Your chef's tongs, your digital thermometer, your meat tenderizer. And then host a cooking show to get the rest that you want for free or half price. Now, I will tell you that here's a little hint, don't tell anybody. If you host a show with me in October, and I have like 2 days left, they're right here on my little tree, you can get that grill pan for $54. 54. That's it. No more, no less. $54 only in October. Now, the third way, another way is if you're like, I really want that grill pan. I can't do 135, I can do 54, but I am so not a party girl. I just cannot have people over. I just can't do it. Then let me offer you the $54 grill pan deal. Give you some catalogs tonight. Collect $150 of orders. That's going to be an average of 5 to 6. Most people have a Pampered Chef list ready and waiting. They're glad to get to know that you're taking the orders. Bring me those orders, grill pan $54, plus free shipping, plus 15% off everything else you want, plus a membership in the Past Toast Discount Club, 10% off for an entire year. But the best way, the best way is to join my team, give this business on a try on the apron. You never ever know where this apron might take you, and earn your grill pan completely for free, plus everything else. But start something that might do something amazing for you. Remember, I'm just an ordinary person, and Pampered Chef has given me an extraordinary life. Marta, thank you so much for having us tonight. Did everybody have fun? I've been a Pampered Chef for 10 years, and I've learned a lot. Remember, I didn't cook before. But the very most important tip that I can share with you tonight, the best advice I can give you is, now hold a little serving fork. May the fork be with you.